Live from the MVG Production Studios, this is the game where knowledge is king and lady luck is queen. It's the Joker's Wild. And now, here's your host and star of the Joker's Wild, Brandon Scruggs. Thank you all so much. Wonderful audience as always. Good to see you. Welcome into another edition of the Joker's Wild right here at MVG Productions. Glad you could be with us here once again on the program. All right, we've got a champion who has won quite a bit of money so far, and he's ready to see if he can add to it here as he takes on his first challenger of the day. So let's meet them now. Our first challenger of the day comes to us from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's a lieutenant in the National Guard whose interests include video gaming and serving. Please meet Cedric Weatherspoon Jr. And his opponent, our champion, comes to us from Madison, Indiana. He's a cashier whose cash and prizes total $150,835. Please meet John Bergman. Welcome in, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Doing all right.
Surviving and thriving.
That is very true. It's nice to see there. Let's get to meet our players here. Cedric, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, man, who's won previously here on the Joker's Wild in past seasons. Back for a another go-around here on the old slot machine. Remind the good folks at home about yourself.
Well, I'm Cedric Weatherspoon Jr. I currently live in Baton Rouge. When I'm not serving my country in the military for about 13 years, still going, and you may see me behind the scenes as a news photographer at WBRZ News 2.
Fantastic. Well, glad to have you here on the show. Good luck to you. And John Bergman, welcome back with us.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Yeah, over $150,000 cash and prizes with a big win against Lucy last time here on the program.
Yeah, that was amazing. What can I say? Just.
Yep. What are your plans to do with some of that money?
Oh man, pay off a lot of bills and probably retire.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do at this point, you know. Well, anyway, are you ready to see if you can try to add some more to it here today?
I'm gonna do the best I can.
Well, best of luck to you. Let's get to it. Let's play our game of the Joker's Wild. Of course, you know the name of the game is to answer trivia questions correctly. Of course, the more times a category appears on the slot machine, the more it's worth. First player to get to $5,000 wins the game and goes on to play against Lucy in our bonus game. So good luck to you both. Let's take a look at the categories we're going to be using in this game of the Joker's Wild, and they are the following. We have breaking news, back to school, pub quiz, animated films, history and geography, and finally we finish with toys and games. All right. And as always, our challenger starts first, and Cedric, that honor belongs to you. Give the rules a spin.
Come on, triple. Come on, triple.
You know, pub quiz, Joker, and a Joker. It's not quite a natural triple, but should anyone spin a natural triple at this point, as I remind our players, our natural triple jackpot is currently sitting at $25,000. So, with that set up there, Cedric, what would you like to do?
Let's go for the pub quiz for 2000.
All the way for 2K here. Pub quiz is the category. Here comes your question. All right, sir, what Gulf did President Trump rename the Gulf of America with an executive order in February of 2025? For $2,000, name what was its original name?
Can you repeat the question? I want to make sure I heard that right.
Sure. What Gulf did President Trump rename the Gulf of America with an executive order in February of 2025? For $2,000,
Okay,
name it.
I was making sure I heard Gulf and not Gulf. Gulf of Mexico?
Gulf of Mexico is correct, sir. You got it, $2,000.
Yeah, the guy from the news didn't get that. He gets shot.
Right? I'd be like, yeah, somebody's not paying attention to the world around them. But anyway, John, you're up with your first one.
I'll spin.
All right. Animated films, Joker, and breaking news.
Okay, but let's go for breaking news for 1,000.
All right, breaking news for 1,000. These are some current events and things that are going on in the world around us here. Here's your question under breaking news, sir. which school secured the number 1 overall seed on March 16th for the 2025 men's NCAA tournament? Was it Duke, Auburn, or Florida?
Auburn.
Auburn is correct for $1,000. Well done.
Good show. Good show. Good show.
There you go. 2,000 to 1,000. Cedric, we're over to you.
Come on, Jokers.
And we have Joker, Toys and Games, and a triple.
They're teasing me, I swear. Okay, let's go for Toys and Games for 2000.
All right, Toys and Games, $2,000 question here for you, and here it comes. All right, in the game of Clue, Cedric, which of these is not a room? Again, in the game of Clue, which of these is not a room? Is it the study, the bedroom, or the kitchen?
I think it's the bedroom that's not a room.
And you are correct, sir, for $1,000. Well done. Oh, sorry, for 2,000. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
All right, 4,000 to 1,000, John. And the hole a little bit here. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's do it.
We got breaking news, back to school, and pub quiz.
Oh. Let's go for pub quiz for 500.
All right, pub quiz for $500 here. Let's see if you can get this question correct and keep yourself in the game here. Here it comes. All right, John, which of these was Katy Perry announced to be doing in the spring of 2025? Again, which of the following is Katy Perry announced to be doing in the spring of 2025? Is it A, releasing a new album, B, starring in a Broadway musical, or C, traveling to space?
I'm going to say B.
Starring in a musical is incorrect. Cedric, 500 to you if you know. Is it releasing a new album or traveling to space?
I'll say release a new album.
No, I'm sorry. It's incorrect.
Space?
Yes, believe it or not, Katy Perry is going to space. She's literally reaching for the stars as part of the Blue Origin's first all-female space flight in 2025. No official launch date's been set, but will likely be before her lifetime tour starts on the 23rd of April. So, yes, Katy Perry's going to launch off like a firework for real this time. But all right, all right, nope, no score there. So it remains 4,000 to 1,000. And Cedric, we're back to you.
All right, looking for double.
Here we go. Joker, history and geography, and animated films.
Animated films for 1,000.
All right, get this question correct under animated films. That'll give you $5,000 in proper turn, enough to win, or $5,000 in turn to win the game. But however, John, as the champion, will get one more spin. Here comes your question under animated films, sir. Also a fan of competitions and battles, what shares a name with Leo Tank's mate Squirtle? Okay, also a fan of competitions and battles, what shares a name with Leo's tank mate Squirtle? Is it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, a Pokemon character, or Dr. Seuss character?
Just for the heck of it, I'll say TMNT just for fun.
Nope, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. John, you can pick up
Dang it.
1,000 here if you know it.
I'm going to guess a Pokemon character.
Yes, Pokemon character is correct for $1,000. Well done.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, Leo's.
I should've known
Yeah,
better.
Leo is that 2023 Netflix movie starring Adam Sandler as a fifth grade class pet and a part-time therapist. So yeah, if you
And I
haven't seen
saw
that
that
one,
movie
go
too.
check that one
I
out.
should be made.
But that's
I should be
okay.
ashamed.
4,000 to 2,000, John, you're still alive.
Okay, let's spin.
Here we go. Joker, breaking news, and animated films.
Okay, let's go for breaking news again for 1,000.
All right, breaking news again for $1,000. Here comes your breaking news question. All right, John, who was named Billboard's 2025 Woman of the Year on March 10th after kicking off a year with a Grammy win for Best Rap Album? Again, was it Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, or Doechii?
Doji.
Doechii is correct, sir. $1,000.
Dang it.
I didn't realize you were a rap music fan there, John. I like that. Yeah, fun fact, she only became the third woman to win Best Rap Album at the Grammys, and now she's Billboard's Woman of the Year. So go figure. Good on her for it. All right, Cedric, you're still in the lead, though, and it's your spin.
Here we go. Let's go, big money.
Here we go. Toys and games, pub quiz, and history and geography. All singletons.
Let's go for the pub quiz for 500.
All right, pub quiz it shall be. $500 question here. Let's see if this puts you at 4,500 if you're right. Here it comes. All right, Cedric, can you name the 2025 hit from a former pro basketball player who's now dunking on the music charts? Again, can you name the 2025 hit from a former pro basketball player who's now dunking on the music charts? Is it Tweaker, Sneaker, or Squeaker?
Oh, God. That was a real name. Oh, one of them's a real name. Tweaker, Sneaker, or Squeaker? I'll go for the obvious Sneaker.
Nope, I'm sorry. It is incorrect.
Dang it.
John, 500 for you if you know it.
Or the choices again.
Yep. Choices left are Tweaker and Squeaker.
Squeaker.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer there we were looking for is actually Tweaker. Yes, from former baller LeAngelo Ball's track debuted at number 29 on the Billboard Hot 100. His music career is soaring, and he even set perform to Rolling at the Rolling Loud Festival this spring there. So, all right. So no money again. Changing hands. Still 4,000 to 3,000. And John, it's your spin.
I'll do it.
Here we go. We have history and geography, a joker, and pub quiz.
I'll go for history and geography.
All right, history and geography. If you get this right, gives you another $1,000, brings you up to 4,000 for the tie. Here comes your question. All right, John, who sculpted the famous statue of David? Again, who sculpted the famous statue of David? Was it Michelangelo, Leonardo, or Raphael?
Michelangelo.
And you are correct for another $1,000, sir. Well done.
Oh, boy.
All right, up 4,000 apiece here. Close game. Cedric, we're back to you.
Let's go, Jokers.
We are back to school, history and geography, and animated films.
Animated films for 500.
All right, animated films. Again, this will put you at 4,500 if you get this one right. Here comes your question. All right, Cedric, whose aquatic adventure was released on the heels, or should that be fins, of The Little Mermaid's live adaptation? Again, whose aquatic adventure was released on the heels, or fins, of The Little Mermaid's live adaptation? Was it Thelma, Ruby Gilman, or Neoma?
Ruby Gilman.
Ruby Gilman is correct, sir. $500 for you.
Saw that one, though.
Yep, Ruby Gilman Teenage Kraken was the film. I never got to see it, but it looked interesting, to say the least. All right, 4,500, 1,000, John. This could be a final turn potential. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Here we go. Joker, animated films, and a triple.
Oh.
I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to do it. But I'm going off the board, keep that joker, go for history and geography for 500.
All right, no shame in that. Again, you play the board however you see fit here. You're going with history and geography. So here is your question. All right, John, which of these countries was ruled by a single dynasty for more than 2,000 years? And which of these countries was ruled by a single dynasty for more than 2,000 years? Was it Japan, China, or Egypt?
China.
China is incorrect. Cedric,
Oh.
$500 for you if you know it for the game. Is it Japan
Dynasty.
or Egypt?
How long ago was the dynasty? I want to be sure.
Again, which of these countries was ruled by a single dynasty for more than 2,000 years?
Okay. 2,000 years. I'm going to say Egypt.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer was Japan. It was Japan there. All right, so no money changing hands. Still 4,500 to 4,000. Cedric, we're back to you.
I should have went Japan when he messed up on China. Oh, well. Spin them.
All right, back to school. Joker and a triple.
All right. Gonna go off the board 1,000 for animated films.
All right, going off the board with animated films for 1,000. Of course, this will put you at $5,500, enough to win the game. However, John still does get one more spin. Here's your question. All right, what household item does the elemental Ember fix in impressing Wade's mother on her first family visit? Again, what household item does Elemental's Ember fix, impressing Wade's mother on her first family visit? Is it a table, a pitcher, or stove?
Stove.
No, stove is incorrect. John, for $1,000 in the game, is it a table or a pitcher?
A table.
No, I'm sorry. It was a pitcher. Yes, Wade's family was a water-based family, and they had a glass pitcher, and she used her fire elemental abilities to reform a brand new glass pitcher for them. So, all right, no money changing hands. Still 4,500 to 4,000. John, we're back to you.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. Back to school. Joker and history and geography.
Okay, history and geography for 1,000.
All right, for $1,000 again, this will give you $5,000, enough and proper turn to win the game. So here comes your question. All right, John, in 1502, Columbus believed that the islands of the Caribbean were near which country? Again, in 1502, Columbus believed that the islands of the Caribbean were near which country? Is it Japan, Brazil, or India?
India.
And you are still the champion, sir. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. I shake your hand, Cedric.
Didn't see you, man. It was close.
Great game. Oh, man.
What an effort by both of y'all there, right down to the wire there, John. Another $5,000 for you. You're going to go on to play against Lucy in just a moment. Cedric, had you done any better, you'd be champion right now. That's all I can say about that, sir.
Yeah, it can't get any closer than that, bro.
But well done. You're not leaving here empty-handed. We got $4,500 in cash for you, and our thanks for playing. Give it up for Cedric Weatherspoon Jr., everybody. All right, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, John's going to get his shot to take on Lucy in our bonus game. We'll do that right after the break here on the Joker's Wild. Welcome back here to the Joker's Wild here with our champion, John Bergman, now up to $155,835 in cash and prizes. And it's time to win some more in the bonus game. Come on over, John.
All right, let's do it.
Impressive run you've been on so far here, John. That, I believe, if I'm checking my notes right there, that is your fourth game in a row you've won here on the Joker's Wild. Nicely done.
I think so, but that was an amazing game against Cedric.
Yeah,
I mean that.
Yeah, great battle between you both here. And now here's your chance to see if you can really stick it to Lucy here in the bonus game. Here's the prize board already loaded up with some great goodies up there. Go ahead and give it a spin. Let's see what you're playing for.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, we have a Joker, a bedroom group of sleep set, and another Joker. So far, over $25,000 in cash and prizes, and you get a bonus spin.
Okay, let's do it.
And again, Joker, computer cabinet, and computer, and another Joker. All right. So a bedroom group, a computer set, and a computer cabinet, and computer with $40,000 in cash. So over $50,000, and now you have a chance to play for a new car because you spun two Jokers. So pick a car.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3, and should you beat Lucy today, you'll be driving away in a brand new Chevy Aveo worth $15,429, making your total prize package $66,209. That can be yours, but only if you can beat the devil. All right, John, you've now got your prize package, and now here's what you got to do. All you got to do is get $10,000 in cash without seeing Lucy pop up. If you can do that, you're going to win the cash there plus your prize package. Remember, there's some Jokers up there on the board as well. Should you land on one of those, it's going to give you $1,000 in guaranteed money. Should you spend 3 Jokers on any of your spins, you win the Joker's Jackpot, which currently stands at $160,000. Should you do it in one of your first 2 spins, however, we double that money to $320,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is a massive jackpot somebody could easily hit here, and we want to give it away to you. So, of course, there's a reminder, too. If you have a fear of the devil, you could stop and take your winnings at any time. But if Lucy should pop up, you lose everything except the Joker bonus money and what you won in the upfront game, okay? So, Whether you're ready, sir, best of luck to you. Let's see if you can beat that devil. Good luck.
Okay. I'm going for it now.
First spin on.
Oh,
Lucy, if you were going to show up on the first window, you could have saved me the time and not having to go through the entire spiel. Whoops.
Well, I saved you even more time. You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. But hey, you did at least get a joker out of that, too. So that's $1,000 more. Added to your upfront winnings, sir. 4-game total now, $156,835, which is not too shabby. So,
yes.
but let's see if we can get you another win, get you back over here for another chance at that Joker's Jackpot, which will be $165,000 for the next person up here. And in order to see who that is, John needs a new challenger, so let's find out who it's going to be. Our next contestant here on the Joker's Wild comes to us from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. He's a collector whose interests include playing Pokemon. Please meet Neil Sternitsky. Neil, welcome to the Joker's Wild, sir.
Hello, Brandon. Good to be here.
Glad to have you back here. Remind the good folks at home about yourself, sir.
Yeah, sure. I'm 37 years old, as the buzzer randomly sounds over there. From Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. As you said, a collector of this and that, but not those. We don't talk about them. But in the meantime, I have taken up a job working as an assistant technical advisor for Space Patrol Delta Academy.
And how's that working out for you so far?
Going pretty well. Got to protect the Earth from all the harm that could come. So I'm right there, ready to defend it.
Well, thank you for defending the country. I'm glad you had some time off to come and try to win some cash and prizes from us here in the program. You ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our categories we'll be playing for this game of the Joker's Wild, and they are the following. We have sound and music, TV, film, and books, sports and leisure, presidents, zoo animals, and finally we finish with the human body. All right. Those are our categories. And Neil, as the challenger, you have the right to spin first.
And pull.
All right. TV, film, books, Joker, and zoo animals.
Let's do zoo animals for 1,000.
All right. Zoo animals for $1,000. Here comes your question under zoo animals, sir. Neil, what desert bird did the Australian Army declare war on when they started encroaching on the country's farmland? Again, what desert bird did the Australian Army declare war on when they started encroaching on the country's farmland? Is it the peacock, the emu, or the ostrich?
I'll say ostrich.
No, I'm sorry, it's not the ostrich. John, 1,000 to you if you know it. Is it the peacock or the emu?
I think it's the emu.
It is the emu. You're correct for 1,000. Yes, it was emu without Doug. Anyway.
Without Doug, yeah. I'll spin, please.
All right, John's up with his first spin. Sports and leisure, Joker, and zoo animals.
Okay, I'll go for sports and leisure for 1,000.
All right, sports and leisure for $1,000 again. Let's push it 2,000 if you know it. Here's your question. Which tennis star pulled out of the 2024 Monte Carlo Masters saying his body simply wouldn't allow him to play? Again, which tennis star pulled out of the 2024 Monte Carlo Masters saying that his body simply wouldn't allow him to play? Was it Andy Murray, Novak Djokovic, or Rafael Nadal?
Novak Djokovic?
Nope, sorry, it was not Djokovic. 1,000 to you, Neil, if you know it. Was it Murray or Nadal? Yeah, was it Murray or Nadal?
I'll say Murray.
No, believe it or not, it was actually Rafael Nadal. Yeah, his explanation was he injured his hip at the Brisbane International after almost a year away from play, and apparently his body had not healed in time. So that's why he was not allowing him to play. So therefore, no money changes hands here. The score is still 1,000-0. And Neil, we're back to you.
And pull.
Here we go. Joker, human body, and presidents.
Let's go human body for 1,000.
All right, going for the human body here for $1,000. Here is your question under the human body, sir. All right, this is a common question that gets asked a lot, but why do your fingers get pruny in water? Why do your fingers get pruny in water? Is it A, for better grip, B, to dissolve fat, or C, because your skin shrinks?
Your skin shrinks.
That is incorrect. John, 1,000 to you if you know it. Why do your fingers get pruny in water? Is it for better grip or to dissolve fat?
I'm going to say to dissolve fat.
No, it's not. Believe it or not, it's actually for a better grip. Yeah, wrinkly fingers are an evolutionary hack to improve grip during wet conditions there. So that's why your fingers get all pruny when they're super wet. So, all right, so no money changing hands there. Score still 1,000 to nothing. And John, we're back to you.
Okay, let's spin.
All right, Joker, presidents, and sports and leisure.
I'll try presidents for 1,000.
All right, presidents for $1,000. Good category here. Let's see how much you know about our leaders of our country here. All right, John, during the Cold War, what threat did U.S. President Ronald Reagan and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev agree would make them set aside their differences? Again, during the Cold War, what threat did U.S. President Ronald Reagan and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev agree would set aside their differences? Was it A, advanced climate change, B, a joint nuclear threat, or C, an alien invasion?
A joint nuclear threat?
That is incorrect. Neil, 1,000 to you if you know it. Would it be advanced choices again? Advanced climate change or an alien invasion?
Advanced climate change.
No, believe it or not, it was an alien invasion.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, Reagan was fascinated by aliens and asked Gorbachev if the U.S. could count on his help if extraterrestrials arrived. No doubt about it is what he replied. Nothing like an existential threat bringing rivals together, right?
Well, you should have tuned into NBC on Monday nights in 1986.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's very much the truth there. All right, no score changes there. Still 1,000 to nothing. And Neil, we're back to you.
All right, both.
All right, Joker, sound and music, and human body.
Let's go human body for 1,000.
All right, trying human body again for 1,000. Here comes your human body question, sir. All right, what happens to your height throughout the day? What happens to your height throughout the day? Is it A, it increases by 2 centimeters, B, it decreases by 2 centimeters, or C, it stays the same?
Stays the same.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. John, 1,000 to you if you know it. Does it increase by 2 centimeters or decrease by 2 centimeters?
I'm going to say decrease.
Decrease is the correct answer. You got it. $1,000. Yeah, decrease is because of the normal compression of the cartilage in your between your bones and your spine. So that's why you lose 2 centimeters a day. That's why you should have a good chiropractor. Pop it right back out in place there. All right, John, 2,000 to nothing. Your spin.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Sound and music, zoo animals, and TV, film, and books. All singletons.
Okay, I'm going to go for TV, film, and books for 500.
All right, TV, film, and books for $500. Here is your question under TV, film, and books. All right, John, what author released the book Wind and Truth as the 5th entry in his Stormlight Archive series in December of 2024? Okay, what author released the book Wind and Truth as his 5th entry in the Stormlight Archive series in December of 2024? Was it Patrick Rothfuss, Brandon Sanderson, or N.K. Jemisin?
N.K. Jemisin.
No, I'm sorry. It's not N.K. Jemisin. Neil, 500 for you if you know it. Is it Patrick Rothfuss or Brandon Sanderson?
I'll say Patrick Rothfuss.
No, I'm sorry. It's actually Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, Wind and Truth concludes the first half of his series, which is set on the inside of Sanders' larger Cosmere universe there. So, no money changing hands. We're off to a fantastic stop, as my good friend Jason Myers would say at this point in time. And Neil, let's see if you can't get you on the board now.
Easier said than done. All right, pull.
All right, we have the human body, zoo animals, and a pair.
Zoo animals for 1,000.
All right, try zoo animals here. $1,000. Here is your question under zoo animals, sir. Which of these animals would you find living alongside the big cats? In this case, particular leopards. Which of these animals would you find living alongside leopards? Would it be A, the Maasai giraffe, B, the South American tapir, or C, the Somerton orangutan?
Giraffe.
Nope, sorry, it is not a giraffe. $1,000 for you, John, if you know it. Was it the tapir or
What's
the?
the other two?
Is it the tapir or the orangutan?
The tapir.
The South American tapir is the correct answer. Good job, $1,000. Yes, they're considered neighbors in the ecosystems they live in, but not necessarily friendly ones at that. But you know, see, sir. All right, John, 3,000 for you. Your spin.
Okay, let's spin.
All right, sports and leisure, Joker, and zoo animals.
Let's go for zoo animals for 1,000.
All right, zoo animals for $1,000. Of course, get this one right. Brings you to $4,000 and $1,000 away from winning the game. Here is your question, sir. All right, what benefit do the oxpecker birds have for the rhinoceros? Again, what benefit do the oxpecker birds provide for the rhinoceros? Is it A, they clean their skin, B, they spot danger first, or C, they help attract a mate?
I think they help clean their skin.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Neil, 1,000 to you if you know it. Is it they spot danger first, or they help attract a mate?
I'll say they spot danger.
And that is correct. You're on the board with $1,000.
A miracle.
There we go. We've got Neil on the board with 1,000, and it's your spin.
Pull.
Here we go. Joker, zoo animals, and sound and music.
Zoo animals 1,000.
Definitely getting a workout in the zoo animals category today. Here it comes again for another $1,000 question. All right, what is the common feature of the Entails, a group of South American mammals including sloths, aardvarks, and armadillos? What's the common feature between those three? Is it A, they taste with their tails, B, they have no front teeth, or C, they only eat ants?
Do you only eat ants?
Nope, I'm sorry, it's not eat ants. John, 1,000 to you if you know it. What is the common feature between sloths, aardvarks, and armadillos? Is it they taste with their tails or they have no front teeth?
They have no front teeth.
And that is correct for $1,000. Well done. Yeah, the endonate, the word means without teeth, basically. So there you go. John, you're up to $4,000, and this spin could do it for you.
All right, let's spin.
All right, we have sports and leisure, Joker, and TV, film, and books.
TV, film, and books for 1,000.
All right, get this question correct. Under TV, film, and books, it is $5,000 in proper turn. Gives you the game. If not, Neil's still alive and gets a chance to steal. Here's your question. Baja Blast. What did Seal transform into to sell Mountain Dew during the 2025 Super Bowl? Again, what did Seal transform into to sell Mountain Dew during 2025 Super Bowl? Was it A, Taylor Swift, B, a Taco Bell employee, or C, an actual seal?
An actual seal.
And that is correct. You're still the champion. Congratulations.
Great game, Neil.
Great game,
Yeah, that was quite a funny bit.
That was one of my favorite commercials from the Super Bowl this year, for sure.
Yeah, I was just about to say that there were some hard questions, Neil. So
yeah, I wanted to sing that one, but copyright and all that fun jazz stuff that I can't get into now. But congratulations, John. Another $5,000 for you. You're going on to play the bonus game here in just a bit. Neil, I wish I said things could have went better, but yeah, I'll admit that was a tough stack of categories and questions this time around. But hey, you got $1,000 at least out of it, so that wasn't a total flop for you.
Hey, it's spending money for me when I'm not defending the earth.
Right, and everybody could use a little extra spending cash in their pocket, Lord knows. So we thank you for playing, and give it up one more time for Mr. Neil Stranitzky, folks. And John, another $5,000 for you brings you now up to $161,835. And we're going to see if you can't add some more. If maybe Lucy will actually give you a chance to play our bonus game. We'll find out after the break here on the Joker's Wild. We will be right back. Welcome back here to the Joker's Wild. We are almost out of time for today, so we're going to quickly get to this bonus game and hopefully catch Lucy by surprise, and maybe John can win some prizes here. So, John, when you're ready, go ahead and give it a spin.
All right, here we go. Now
we have a lesson graphic, a trip to Rio de Janeiro, and a Joker. So far, almost $20,000 in prizes and a bonus spin.
All right. Let's do it.
Go, Joker, triple Joker, nicely done. $50,000 in cash brings it up to $69,894, and now you get the chance to add a new card to it. Which one do you want to play for?
Let's go for number 2.
Number 2, and should you beat Lucy this time, you'll drive away in a brand new Chevrolet Avalanche worth $35,565, making your total prize package $105,459 that can be yours, but only if you beat the devil.
All right.
All right, John, $165,000 Joker's Jackpot is all that's up there for you, and I really want you to win it. By the way, if you do it in one of your first 2 spins, we double that to $330,000.
Okay.
So good luck.
Let's
see if you can beat the devil.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now.
First spin up, 1,000. Joker, 500. All right, 1,500 to start. What would you like to do?
Come on, go.
All right, risking 1,500.
Okay, now.
And, really? Up again. And Lucy somehow finds a way to stop you again.
Look, at least I gave him 1 spin. Jeez.
Well, yeah, that you did. And during that 1 spin, he did get another Joker, so another $1,000. He's going to mill you $1,000 at a time, Lucy, at this rate. But, you know. We add that 1,000 to your upfront winnings, John. You now have a grand total of $162,835, which, again, that's a pretty shiny penny.
I agree. It's been a great show, a great episode, and hopefully I can repeat again next week.
Well, we shall see if you can. We look forward to having you back then, and we also look forward to having you back at home with us next week here on the Joker's Wild, because we're out of time for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until we get to spending once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs. From all of us here, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. So long. This is your announcer, Michael Gentry, speaking for the Joker's Wild, a Barry and Enright presentation in association with MVG Productions.